your favorite tradition, and do you have any stories that you could, I'm sure there are stories.
About the traditions?
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, toward the end of my time at Frankfurt High, and nobody had been there as long as me, and so I was the proverbial, go ask Miss Johnson, is that really a tradition or not? And anyway, so I would always say, well, I don't know what you consider a tradition, and I understand, of course, for somebody that's been there 36 years, that's a lot different than people who have been there 4 years, and if it's been all 4 years they were there, they're like, well, that's a tradition. I'm like, no, not necessarily. So, we had canning for a while, and I hope that one's still not going on. They were canning the freshmen, and of course, I just, go crazy over that one. And I'm sure if I were, you might have to invite me back if you want. I'll have to think about some other traditions. I know there were, the homecoming parade. I don't know how many schools. I know somebody was talking about earlier how many schools have a tradition center. I only know of one other one. That doesn't mean that there aren't more, but anyway. And I don't know how many high schools have the traditional homecoming parade through the town and so forth. And some of them very well might, but anyway, I think. And that was just that, and the homecoming pep rallies and all of those things, were traditions that I think have gone on forever, and they were, favorite ones. And I can remember a few years ago they came over, I think Channel 36 had a game of the week or something, and anyway, I thought it was pretty amazing that you could vote somehow, either online or whatever, and have the game of the week chosen, and Frankfurt High versus, I don't even know who it was now, that was the game of the week, and we won, and the Channel 36 sports people came over, and they were just amazed at the pep rally going on, and the enthusiasm and the volume, and they were like, man, I've never been, because, I went to a large school. I went to a school where 312 of us graduated, and I was on the back row with my name the night that I graduated in the gymnasium, and, that would not have happened at Frankfurt High. We didn't have nearly the feeling of family and home and pride that I always found to be true at Frankfurt High School. So.
Yeah, I can remember one funny instance. We worked on a float that we had a globe, and we did the float out at the hangar at the airport, and it was a big, flatbed truck, and we worked on this globe, and we had carefully spray painted all the oceans and the continents and everything to make sure that it was, geographically correct in the polar ice cap. We thought it was a perfect globe. Well, we got in the parade, and I was listening to the radio announcer, and he said, and here is a Frankfurt High School float with a giant Christmas tree. And it wasn't a Christmas tree at all. It was supposed to be a globe. Obviously, the person didn't know anything about geography because we had all the continents there and everything. So that was one of the funnier things we did. Was what?
I was going to say who the announcer was.
No, don't say that.
I don't know who it was. I wasn't here then.
Oh, I don't.
When you were in high school.
I don't know if that person's still with us. But anyway, that was one of the funnier things that happened. That we worked so hard on it to be a globe, and the announcer thought it was
globes and
a
trees.
Christmas tree.
Did you put trees on the globe?
No.
That's okay.
No.
See, I can't be doing the interview, so.
That you know of, when you were at Frankfurt High, were any traditions discontinued or started?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to look in my yearbooks more, and I might,
Well, I haven't only been there 3 years.
Well, I was there a lot.
You were there a lot longer than I was, so you would know better than I
Like
would.
I know they tried to start the canning, and then that got stopped. So, and they started the prank while I was there. That really wasn't a tradition, but I guess I don't know. Do they still do it now? I've seen the building chalked and that. So anyway, but it's not as bad as it was. There were some really not horrible ones, but with fishing line, I'm not even going to give you all any ideas. Of course, I always threatened them they wouldn't get to graduate, so they weren't bad to me. But some of the teachers, if they didn't like them, certain things happened, and they put their whole classroom out on the front lawn. Shh, you didn't hear me say that?
Shh. Oh, you're getting them out.
Look at them. I can see them.
Yeah. They're taking notes.
They are.
Did you write that down?
So in your opinion, what sets Frankfort High apart from Franklin County or Western Hills or other schools?